Well, I think I can tell you that we feel like it was a great success. Angie and I have known each other for about three years, and we just decided when we were over in LaPorte County doing something similar for Teen Talk that we needed to come to Porter County, and I said, Angie, whatever I can do to help, I'm here. So
this is the first, I'm going to call it a series, the first of 3. The next one will be the why, and we're going to focus on the teens and listen to them. And then the last part will be the how, and it'll be a collaboration between parents and teens, because as you saw tonight, it really does take a partnership between the parents and the children.
We have learned that, like us, so many parents out there do not know about the dangers or the misconceptions or the accessibility of heroin. We each need to pass the word, tell our children and our grandchildren about the dangers of drugs, teach them about what can happen if they try heroin, warn them about overdoses.
I found out at a young age that my dad smoked and was like abusing pills and all kinds of stuff, and I like my dad, you know, and then I found out that my aunt was doing it too, and then I started to meet a lot of people that I look up to in my life that had used drugs before, and I decided that it obviously wasn't that big of a deal if these people who I can look up to and say I idolize in some way have or are still currently using drugs, then it's okay.
I think you can have those basic discussions with kids in elementary school, and as they progress, into middle school and high school, then those conversations need to be more in depth. I mean, statistically, and this has changed, the first time a kid tries marijuana is in 6th grade. So you need to start gearing your talks towards your kids, around that time. And one of the things I've always said is maybe the first 99 conversations don't work, but maybe the 100th one does. So keep talking to them.
Well, my organization right behind us, Women in Bloom, it represents 3 different, we call them sectors, for lack of better, young female careers between the ages of 14 and 22, female veterans, and then what we call underserved and underprivileged women. So the theme or tie-in to tonight is, unfortunately, you do see that the lower socioeconomic strata is involved. There's no hope often, so they turn to drugs. So hopefully our organization will partner with Sonshine's organization, and she'll talk about that in a minute, and we can fight these tough issues and show them that there is hope and that we're better together.
Well, I can tell you for us, Worthy Recovery, we've been around for about 6 years now over in LaPorte County, and as I stated earlier, we've done educational seminars over in LaPorte County. You've been a part of some of those, and we did the Big Recovery Rocks over at the fairgrounds, and so when we did the Teen Talk, as I said, Angie, drove all the way from here over there because she wanted to be educated and aware, and so we will continue to partner together to do whatever it takes to keep breaking the silence. We don't want it to make it sound just like it's because of the title of the event, Parents2Partners Breaking the Silence, but that's what we need to do. We need to keep talking about these substance abuse issues. We need to let kids know it's okay to speak up and get them some help before they do end up in the jail. My work is in the jail, volunteer in the jail, write grants for the work that I do in the jail, and now building the Worthy Women Recovery Home in LaPorte County because there is no recovery center, and we heard that tonight. There's nowhere to go for help or treatment, and so that's what we're doing in LaPorte County. This is not a county-wide problem. This is not Porter County only or LaPorte County or Stark County only. This is a national problem, and we believe that by partnering up and partnering together, we are not only going to break the silence, we're going to start breaking habits and start encouraging people to truly do something.
But you all come with different experiences and different knowledge and different strengths. Share. What are the signs that we're missing? You think, well, that's not happening in my house. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. You don't know.
Help them learn how they can have an awesome future by making healthy choices today. And it's an amazing opportunity that I have been given, considering my own choices that I've made in my life, and I am grateful for it.
You have an open relationship with your children, as open as possible. A younger child may come to you with a question because he or she sees or hears something that maybe a younger child would not necessarily be exposed to. So.
Sure.
I think you need to realize that where your part begins and doesn't end is when you take the responsibility of not being in denial, to participate in things like this, looking for the symptoms, but also in the treatment. If your child had cancer, you wouldn't run in and grab the doctor and tell them there's nothing wrong with your child and that's all the doctor's fault. You would want that treatment, even as intense as radiation and chemo. You would not want to see your child go through that, just like we don't want to see our children get shots and they're crying for mom or dad to save them, but it's in their best interest. That's where you need to take your part, is making sure that they're getting the right treatment for the right level, or for the level that they're at in their addiction at that time.
I think the most important thing that we can say that came out of this evening is that from just the parents that I talked to and the people I talked to here, is that their eyes were opened. They had no idea how prevalent the prescription drug abuse is and how that leads into heroin and other addiction issues. And then the other thing that I heard a lot of is, oh wow, I didn't know I could talk to my kids that young. Maybe I should have started a long time ago. So that's a good positive right there. Even if we didn't save a life tonight, we've affected lives tonight.
That's what tonight's about, is caring and community. So that's the only thing I would add.
Yeah.